Hello again, welcome back to Procurement and Supply Chain Live. I'm Marcus Law and I'm delighted to be joined by Ben and Ngobi from Accenture. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Great.
Pleasure to be here today.
Thank you for coming on. So your talk, you've just come out of the talk, ESG, the new business imperative. Tell me a bit about that.
Oh yes, ESG is a fundamental activity that we all must be working towards. Basically, we all need to be taking action to reduce our environmental sustainability impact. Without doing this, we are delaying very serious problems later on in the future for subsequent generations. So the talk today was very much around what are companies like ourselves on the panel doing to advance the awareness of the challenges around ESG, the practical steps we are taking to mitigate environmental impact, and what kind of actions can we recommend to those companies that are still very much at the beginning to take for them to also implement ESG programs in their organizations. And generally, the pattern of travel is most of the large companies are on the journey. We know that there will be some patterns where it will be very difficult to set very ambitious targets. But I think the point was, what would Accenture do? And so that's where I came in with our diverse supplier development program, where we've actually created a sustainability support pilot program to help small businesses also accelerate towards understanding their environmental impact and so on. So it was a very good talk. And as the lead of Accenture's Global Sustainability Program for within the procurement organization, it's actually a role I love because I am driving impact with the team globally. We have a responsibility to use the purchasing power that we have, billions of dollars that we buy in goods and services around the world, to transform communities, transform supply chains, and to be generally a responsible business, a responsible partner, and one that uses this power to coalesce businesses and individuals into action. So I enjoyed it thoroughly. And for me, the key takeaway from the event was, when we look at Vida, who was one of our graduates from our Diverse Supply Development Program, him saying that no business is too big or too small to start an ESG program. And Claire from Oxfam, she was very much aligned to that. But then the whole point was around leadership. You need leadership support to help you obtain, the budgets and the support you need to drive change in the company. And the same for us. We are grateful that we've got very senior leaders, from our CEO, Julie Sweet, who believes that sustainability is intrinsic in how we should be operating our businesses. My boss, my CPO, Kai Noasel, who believes that the purchasing power that we have is fundamental in changing communities for the better good. And generally, it was very enjoyable, for very good discussions and very good questions. Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. So, huge benefits, and in fact, like you said, it's integral. But what are the risks for companies not embracing a proper ESG strategy?
Absolutely, the risks are actually very real. The risk is, one, we are not doing our best to protect Mother Earth, as it were. We don't have another planet. We need to do our best to reduce, climate impact, pollution, because it's all for the better well-being of the planet and, all of us in the world. But then also, if we don't take action, it's going to become, and it is a license to operate in some respects. For example, for us, if you're going to be bidding for work, we are requiring companies to demonstrate their actions, right, and progress around this agenda. For example, in the UK, we allocate 20% of an RFP weight to ESG. That, in my opinion, is very material, and one which should hopefully mitigate the risks of not doing anything. So actually, the risk of you not winning business for us with us if you take action is better. So yeah, the risks are we don't protect the earth, as we should all collectively do, or you don't win business. And not just for us, there's a lot of companies within the ecosystem all requiring this. So for you to survive as a business, to be credible, to be a responsible partner, it is important that you demonstrate your action.
Absolutely. And just quickly, I mean, what does the next 12 to 18 months look like for Accenture?
The next 12 to 18 months, I'm very actively working on two key goals. So we really need to be achieving those goals. One is we need to be working towards developing 250 businesses by the end of next year. This is part of our diverse supply development program. And within that program, we are actually equipping and enabling these businesses to grow. We're giving access to leaders, access to information to help them grow. So that is going to be key, because to be a responsible business, we also need to be developing those small, medium, diverse businesses. The other target that we have out there is around how we're going to ensure that 90% of our key suppliers are also disclosing action to reduce the environmental impact, and also disclosing their targets. That is a very material goal. So what will be keeping me up awake is how we build the right supplier engagement program to make sure that we bring our partners along, and then also identifying ways to support those who are not performing as well. And obviously, we are accelerating the technology that's going to enable all of this. So, we are proud of our new Sustainable Procurement Hub, which is a platform we've built to manage ESG performance at scale globally. So how I identify suppliers that need support, for example, beyond those that are in scope for our target, will be managed through this platform. And we are hoping that, we'll be very far advanced in our deployment by the end of, within the next 18 months, as it were.
Fantastic. Well, Ben, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a real pleasure. If you missed any of our talks, including the fireside chats, you can catch all of them on demand on Umbrella, and stay tuned for lots more to come in the rest of the day.